You don't very often get to have a game which lets you politely say Uranus or my anus. And this game is called Uranus, so I guess it's about Uranus, not mine. So the graphics are very LSD-like, and as I said, I don't very get to often say Uranus, so I'm gonna definitely say it. It's a trippy, weird, flashing warning, photosensitive game. Yeah, one of those. And yeah, you really need to take the flashing warnings seriously because there's tons of eye flashes, and if you're gonna get affected by that, like, it's gonna happen right away as soon as you boot up the game. Even the music's kind of out there. It's got that, like, creating that state of flow, you know, in the flow, going through the motions sort of feeling to it. So you play apparently as one of the angel's brain cells. It's a really weird game, like from the graphics to the music and I guess the story aspect. I don't understand why they have a need to race or explode. I guess if it's your brain cells, you're drinking beer or something and you're killing them. Who knows, maybe I'm reading into this game way too much for what it's worth, but it's kind of like a mad game, which is kind of like Mario Galaxy meets a 3D Snake or Tron, to give you the best idea how to play this. And pretty much you're supposed to avoid the other flying eyeball, since there are two angels, two cells, whatever they want to call it. And you then have to hold down this one bomb button or dash button. Most of the time it's a dash button. So you're dashing around this like psychedelic sphere with like ripples that come up among the landscape, and it can be a number of colors: blue, yellow, purple, and you're trying to avoid hitting the other flying eyeball. So as you get better and better, your eyeball starts to close, and as soon as your eyeball fully closes, assuming you don't make any mistakes by running over the other eyeball's streaks, you can then emit a bomb from your eyeball. So again, this sounds crazy, and it makes sense once you watch it in action, but like describing it out loud, it sounds totally nuts. So, you know, you want to close your eyeball and bomb your eyeball. You want your eyeball to bomb, and then that will finish the round. So you want to race and do that before your opponent, the other flying eyeball, does it. It's such a weird concept, and they don't even explain. Like, they just expect you to dash and bomb and you'll figure it out. But it took me a few minutes to figure out how to win a round. Until then, the computer kept beating my confused butt. So pretty much, it's a really simple game. I'm surprised they didn't have like real instructions. Maybe they just assumed, hey, you're gonna figure this out and like eventually. It's just really odd, and like, I'm surprised there's only one music track. That's my biggest beef. I think you can play with more than 2 players, but I don't see how that would work. It'd be really hard to it's kind of like F-Zero for the N64. It's like really hard to see what you're doing when it's a 4-player split screen. It works in GoldenEye, but I just don't see it working effectively, because like, you really need to see as much of the screen as possible to sort of have that to be fully immersed in it. Yeah, it's $2.29 regular price, so the price is really good. There's nothing quite like this game, even though the concept's similar to other things that out there that have come before. It's so odd, and I just feel like, you know, the multiplayer would be fun, but I just feel like it's just so out there that yeah, there's nothing quite like it. I don't see myself playing this for more than 30 minutes. There was like a countdown from 10 between myself and the computer, and once I finished and I actually beat the computer, I was surprised because it was pretty hard to do. I don't think there's an adjustable difficulty. You just go back to the main menu, like the angel winks at you, and there's no progression. And I thought, like, okay, I'm good with this game, don't need to play anymore. 10 rounds is enough for me. So I just feel like it would be a highlight at parties. Like, you just put this game on and then suddenly like everyone's like, what the heck is that? That's such a trippy game. Like, who designed that game? and then it would just get everyone's attention because there's nothing quite like this. I would say like this game deserves a 9 out of 10 for creativity, but I just feel like once you get the concept, it's like, okay, well that's what this game's about, and you would just like move on to something else, maybe a weirder game. So 9 out of 10 for creativity. As an actual game, I feel like it's a 6 or a 7, and that's not a diss, it's just I feel like this isn't something you can play long term because it's one of those burst games where it's like it's original and then it's like, okay, there's no depth to it. So I would just say, like, you know, enjoy Uranus while you can and keep on gaming. Bye.